Well, hello, welcome back to Arizona Backyard Aquaponics. Just a quick update. It's been 27 days. Is that right? Yeah, 27 or 28 days since the last video that was uploaded, and we've had some tremendous results, and we've learned quite a bit of stuff as well in this adventure, and a few things that I'd like to share with all of you. One thing is, the sunscreen is vital, especially out here in Arizona. There's no way around that. The gravel has been a great medium. My pH has been very steady. However, my lettuce has been suffering. And the reason, after doing a little bit of research there, is that this isn't a feeding issue. This is really about temperature, in that the water temperature itself exceeds 80 degrees at times during the day, 82, 83 degrees, and that is just a little too warm for our lettuce friends to thrive, and it's suffering. However, the tomatoes, they're going great. You can see a nice thick stalk, and as you know, tomatoes have a pretty large, or I should say a pretty long growing season. These are in about 30-day mark. So we got about 45 to 60 more days to go before we got fruit and tomatoes coming off there. I did clear out this side. I had some lettuce in here that was not performing. So I made way for some other things that we're going to try. I do have, and I don't think this is going to work either, but I started some spinach in here in a small seed pot of coconut husk. That seems to be a good starting medium. So we'll see where that goes, but I think spinach is the same way as lettuce in that it should be a little bit cooler. So I can think about how to cool the fish tank down. However, in all reality, I'd like to be able to find out what thrives in this Arizona sun and what could tolerate the higher temperatures for the roots. But I did make some modifications. I added in a aerator in here, and I just basically put a T ball valve and angled some PVC back in here, and there's just a cap, 3/4 cap with some holes that aerate the water. Is doing a good job. Actually, I'm not sure if that was in the earlier video. It might have been. But this one here is just starting to siphon. The system has really come into itself over the last 2 to 3 weeks. And what I mean by that is I haven't had to really adjust flow or pump speed or anything. It's been just awesome. And now these cucumbers they are just enormous. The leaves are bigger than my hands. We have some planted in some pots of dirt on the other side of the yard, and the leaves are probably a third of the size. I would say probably 30 to 40 flowers. This is now from one seed, just one seedling, and we already have at the 30-day mark a considerable amount of baby cucumbers. I don't know if you can see that one right there. He's doing pretty good. So actually, I don't see it. Where is that? Well, they're in there, I promise. You'll see them when they're a little bit bigger. But we do have quite a bit of them in there. So it's going great. The beans as well, they're starting to really jump up as well. We've had flowers already bloom. Flowers have fallen off since then. So we start getting some beans on here. Let's see, what else? The fish have been doing great. We haven't lost any. They're actually getting much bigger in size and coming welcome to the fact of when I open the lid and put my fingers in here, how they all rush in for some fresh food. But they're doing a good job, and they are growing to the size of this container, let me tell you. We haven't lost one. There's over 20 of them in there. And I'm just using regular flake food to feed them. Nothing special at this time. Again, this is more of a prototype into the larger system I'm going to be putting myself into. I did change the bell siphons. I went to more of a notch and aligned the same level there to really draw enough air to break siphon, and I shortened the bell quite a bit, and that's resulted in, I think, in a lot of the stability to the system. And I really haven't had to do anything other than add water to the system almost daily due to just evaporation. I mean, unless this tank is self-enclosed, maybe I'd lose a little bit less, but it's Arizona and it's hot. And that's just what it's going to be, and it's been a benefit because the pH has consistently been under 8, around 7.5 to 7.6, which is still not optimal. That's a little high, but good for the fish. It keeps their fish slime from being eaten away so that they stay healthy. And the plants obviously are drawing enough nutrients, as you can see here by the size of these cucumbers. So that's it for right now. See, nothing else really new other than just biding our time and waiting for the opportunity to taste some of this fresh produce that has absolutely zero chemicals and is completely organic from seed to fruit. How exciting. I'll absolutely take you on the journey with me as I create an IBC container system. It'll expand the beds quite a bit, and I have some design ideas for towers that'll be used in the same way from Aquaponics, but they'll be used to see if I can get some more grow room per square footage, and that's my biggest thing right now. I think once I find the wheelhouse of the cycle and the vegetables from when they go from seedling to fruit, then I'll be able to start timing things, and I'll be able to expand the garden out to where our family will consistently have fresh produce. Alright, well, until then, I hope you take the journey and create your own aquaponics system. If you have any questions, please submit them via YouTube, and I'll be happy to share my experiences and successes and failures along the way. Until then, have a great one, and God bless, and good luck.